Alrighty, g'day and hello boys, girls and Dota players. My name's Tom. I'm bringing you a high MMR pub game. It has been quite a while since I've uploaded any videos to my YouTube channel. I've been pretty busy in the real world. Also, I was lucky enough to go on a short holiday to Manila. And I did get to go see the Manila Major, which was fantastic. 6 days of awesome Dota, surrounded by some awesome people, and with some awesome weather. So, without any more fuss, we'll get straight into the game. I'll walk you guys through who's doing what teams are what. Whoops, sorry, I've just hit 100 wrong keys just there. Here we go. We'll see what the items people pick up. On the Radiant side, we've got Huskar, Tinker, Oracle, Venomancer, and Beastmaster. On the Dire side, we have Treant, Storm, Spectre, Mirana, and Disruptor is the person who hasn't loaded into the game just yet. I do have the items up at the start of every game just for people to get an understanding of what people buy at starter games. See what items are bought. You normally see a few shared tangos. You see a lot of regen go out at the start of the game. Vision. And obviously the cheaper items. Ironwood branches are pretty handy now where you can pop them down and eat them with a tango. They also give you some valued all stats. So we'll see if there's any fights going on at the runes, or whether they split it up and just do an even trade for their mid lanes with Tinker and Storm, grab a rune each, which is normally how we see it go. We do have a relatively aggressive ward from the Radiant in the Dire jungle just here, giving them some pretty handy vision for the offlane. Whereas the Dire have placed both wards covering the runes and entrances into their jungle. Venomancer does catch Storm here going into their high ground. No poison sting yet, so wasn't really going to hassle Storm too much. And as expected, they do just trade the runes.
Stupendous. Smart money.
So from what I gather here, we are going to have a dual off lane with Venomancer, who's this, Beastmaster in the top lane, with Spectre Disruptor as the safe lane they'll be facing. Venomancer Beastmaster can put out a bit of damage because the Boars and Venomancer's auto attack both apply damage over time. Looks like Huskar, on the other hand, will be having a relatively uncontested off lane. We do see Treant Protector looking like he was trying to pick off the courier. Did happen to miss it, and it looks like he was pinged on. So they are aware the courier is there. There's some pinging going on up top. There's an initiation at the same time. Venomancer looks to be taking more damage than Disruptor does. Treant Protector is getting closer and closer to the mid lane. He's still hunting for that courier because he hasn't seen it come back. Treant Protector has come out. He has got Leech Seed leveled. Doesn't cast it. Does walk directly onto the tower and takes multiple hits. Does not fall. Doesn't deal any damage. Failed courier gank. He's on his way off to top lane by the looks of things. And as I was getting to just before that, Huskar has just got an uncontested bot lane where it looks to be Mirana has been fighting the jungle camp. Also do seem to have a bugged Mirana model here. Looks like she's got a Burning Spear debuff on her permanently. So that's something to keep your eye on. We've got tri-lane top now from the Dire. They are looking to initiate in on the off lane. Treant Protector has used Leech Seed. They are starting Kinetic Field down by Disruptor. Treant Protector's banging onto Venomancer there. Venomancer does fall first, with Treant Protector falling to the Beastmaster shortly thereafter. Disruptor does get the first blood. That's some pretty handy gold going the way of the position 5. And a bit of a fight going on in mid here. Storm is completely out of mana. He does have his bottle out already. Tinker has opted for the Salve and the Null Talisman. Storm about to pick up an Invis rune. They are initiating on top again. Leech Seed and Spectral Dagger have been used. Venomancer does use the Gale and will manage to get out. He's slow, and the Beastmaster does run back directly through the Treant Protector and Spectre. Let's not forget Treant Protector earlier this week did get a buff and now hits for 6 more auto attack damage. He does hit people like a truck in the early game. And Huskar is still farming pretty freely in the bot lane. Top lane is the lane we're going to keep our eye on because there seems to be aggression from both sides. The Dire do seem to have the advantage now, as they do have the Treant Protector there. He can use Living Armor. They probably can afford to take engagements a lot safer than the offlane. Once Disruptor does level his Glimpse, it will make it even harder for this offlane here. They are using a stack to pull the creeps at the moment, but it looks like both waves came into the stack. It is double stacked though, so it cleared the waves reasonably efficiently. Have a look at the last hit. Spectre is actually, even though Huskar is farming uncontested, Spectre is 4 last hits above Huskar at the moment. So I can only assume Huskar may have missed a couple, or Spectre is just doing an incredibly good job. Rana is still happily farming the jungle. Not doing too bad, she's already picked up level 4. We'll have a look at everyone's levels. Yeah, she's keeping up. She's actually ahead of their safe lane, so she's getting the solo XP. Spectre is taking a lot of damage here. Dot damage on Spectre. Spectre will probably fall to the dots from the Plague Wards and Venomancer here. There is a Living Armor put out on Spectre. The dots are still ticking away. Oh, Disruptor denies Spectre. That's very well done. Good play, well thought out. Good on the fly thinking. Mirana does catch out Oracle in the jungle as well. Arrow is on cooldown, so it didn't look like they landed the arrow. Oracle must have just been on very low health. So we see a kill going each way of the team. Spectre... Oh, sorry, not Spectre. Disruptor doesn't have Glimpse leveled. Treant Protector falls. Venomous Scales put out on Disruptor. There's a lot of dot damage going on Disruptor. Disruptor falls. Spectre's come back in to try and fight Venomancer. Spectre's going to have to walk their way back out after taking another bunch of dot damage. Pretty handy rotation by Oracle there. Able to port in and pick the kill up on Disruptor. So now it does look like they'll be running with 3 top lane. Tinker looks like he has had to pop a salve. Storm is all out of bottle charges at the moment, so he's got to be really careful here, because Tinker does have 2 levels in the laser. Go back and have a look at the last hit chart while we can, before the bit of action ends. While we watch that, Disruptor does just fill up Storm's bottle, porting in. That's very handy. Nice support there. Huskar is level 6 now, so does this the ult. There is a smoke rotation going on in mid.
I'm over here.
They are starting on Storm. Luckily, Treant Protector grabs the tower aggro, otherwise I believe Storm would have fallen there. Treant Protector does have Leech Seed, unable to cast it. Treant Protector falls to Tinker's rockets.
Next time, try a crowbar.
Huskar has now pulled ahead of Spectre, but that would be because Spectre has been dealing with a constant battle in the top lane.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
Disruptor does have Glimpse. He will not be in range of being able to glimpse that Tinker back, and if he did, he may have been in trouble because Oracle was nearby. You've got Storm rotation coming up from the mid lane here, so he should be able to kill Beastmaster here, although there are some wards on Beastmaster. Oh, Storm does have a DD. Beastmaster is dead.
No whining now.
Just have a quick look at what's going on around the map. Tinker does pop another salve, so he's giving himself a fair bit of regen, making sure he doesn't have to go back to base. He has bought that Soul Ring, which means he can rearm and cast some spells. There is an initiation going on a Venomancer. Glimpse is up. Disruptor does have the mana for Glimpse. Treant Protector's coming in with the Leech Seed. Disruptor will glimpse Venomancer back. Leech Seed pops, so it will heal them, as well as possibly killing Venomancer. Venomancer full. Spectre is going to die on a Living Armor get popped. Dot damage does work. Treant Protector is going to fall as well. Beastmaster and Venomancer doing a lot of damage with the corrosive damage they can put out onto that lane. Savage Roar been used. Beastmaster is going to pick up a triple kill. Fantastic engagement. Storm does zip in. Storm may be able to pick up Beastmaster here and get a kill streak. Storm is almost fully out of mana. Beastmaster's Boar is constantly breaking the bottle on Storm. Beastmaster is doing a fantastic job of juking Storm. There is some other rotation. Spectre uses Horn. Beastmaster will fall. Matter of who's going to get the kill. And Spectre gets the kill as well. Gets the shutdown. Some much needed gold on their safe lane carry. Oh, excuse me there. I got a bit jumbled up with the heroes and their abilities at the start of that fight. Bit rusty. So we'll have a look again. Huskar has pulled ahead in the last hits, but that is only because it's been a constant fight for Spectre in the top lane. Spectre does have 1 kill and 3 assists, so if we could jump over to the net worth, you'll see who's going what. So Spectre is, what, 10 gold behind Huskar. So it's no big difference, even though it's about 15 last hits. The kills are being pretty handy to Spectre. Spectre's actually now ahead of Huskar. You do see the offlane Beastmaster being the highest net worth for the Radiant. That is because he just picked up the triple kill, though. Beastmaster using the Hawk to get some much needed vision, hopefully catch out any rotations. With the Boar and the dots on Spectre, it's going to be hard for them to farm safely. Huskar, I did miss, was fighting Roshan. Huskar does have an armlet. No boots though, he's gone straight for the armlet. Which is fine, it obviously worked out for him fighting Roche. And you see it's tri-lane versus tri-lane top again. Disruptor is battle level off of this level 6. Excuse me. His Disruptor is closer to level 6 than Oracle. Those two ults when they come online will be very handy. Treant Protector is a long way off getting his ult. There's an initiation on mid, Savage Roar been used. Venomancer should fall to the tower here. Mirana's ult also been used. Moonlight Shadow. No one, the glimpse back on the Venomancer. So you do see Spectre fall. Venomancer should fall as well. Mirana's in, doesn't have any mana. Oracle does have almost full mana, but they were unable to get any vision on the Mirana. Treant Protector is there. Leech Seed used on Oracle. Oracle will probably fall here. Oracle will fall. Beastmaster's porting out, making the right decision. No one here is able to stop it unless they were Glimpse off. Glimpse was, however, on cooldown as it was used on Venomancer. Huskar was making the rotation. Meanwhile, you see Tinker just happily farming up his jungle. And as happens when you watch pub games, you'll see some pauses sometimes, as you see them in pro games anyway. Looks like there's a bit of unrest within the teams here. No one wants to sit around and wait for a pause. Huskar does have his ult up. You've got to remember that Disruptor does have Glimpse. Huskar does have the Aegis though, so Huskar will not kill anyone at the moment. Disruptor is still alive. Disruptor does fall to the Burning Spear damage from Huskar. Huskar will get healed up from Oracle. And I assume as they're all here, they may start to push the tier 1 and we'll see the first tier 1 fall for the game.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are
so we only see Oracle's ult used from in that fight, and Haunt was also used.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
The tier 1's fallen. They have actually caught out Storm in the jungle, but he's got almost full mana. He'll be able to get out if required. Head down bot lane. It looks like Spectre is either building that Yasha, or will be a Yasha, I assume. It won't be a Diffusal. Actually, I don't want to speculate. I don't know enough.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So you do see Veno with a double damage, putting some Plague Wards down and... Oops, sorry, I missed the kill up top there. Huskar still has his Aegis, did just pick up Disruptor. Doesn't look like he used his ult either.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures.
The top tier 2 will fall now to the Radiant. And Huskar does manage to get the last hit. So Huskar is working his way up the net worth. You now see the top 3 on the net worth of the Radiant side with Tinker, Huskar and Beastmaster. Huskar has just got kill after picking up this Aegis. You do however see a Treant Protector jungling quite deeply in the enemy jungle. Huskar with the armlet toggles in the Aegis is a pretty scary beast at the moment. You would expect him to bring himself out some boots at some point in time. Does look, however, like he's going for the Sand. Mirana arrow has been popped. Do they look to be going in on initiation here? You do see Treant Protector does have his ult and is making his way out. Storm does go in on Huskar. Savage Roar used on Storm. Storm falls. The Mirana arrow does hit Huskar with the armlet toggling. Disruptor uses his ult. Huskar will be healed to full, quite possibly after the ult, or popping the Aegis. No, it is healed to full. There we go. Another tower falls to the Radiant. looking pretty dire for the Dire.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And they should be able to
Dire's
freely move in
structures are fortified.
and take the tier 3 or a lane of Brax. Shroom Protector did use his ult. Disruptor does still have their ult when they're up. Spectre does still have Haunt, but I'm unsure what they're going to be able to do into the March of the Machines and Huskar.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Beastmasters and Savage Roar up in 30 seconds as well. They should probably just take this melee Rax. Mirana Arrow has been launched. The board does cut it off. Storm has initiated on Beastmaster. Storm will fall to the Burning Spears. Disruptor has been popped. Disruptor falls. Huskar still has the Aegis. Hasn't even needed to pop it yet. The lane of Rax is completely gone. It does look like this game is well and truly done.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Not much else going on here. We'll have a look at the item pickup, see what people have got. Huskar has decided that it's unnecessary to get boots. He will be going for the Heaven's Halberd now. But it's pretty clear he doesn't need boots when he can fly at
Radiant's
people.
bottom tower is under attack.
See, Savage Roar is up. If Beastmaster gets Savage Roar on Storm, they should be able to pick Storm up before the stun ends. Huskar's going in. Huskar's ulted on Shroom Protector. Shroom Protector ult. It doesn't matter. Huskar's got heals going on. Savage Roar used on Mirana. Mirana will fall. And that's basically game. I don't think there's any coming back from that. We'll have a quick look at the net worth graph just so you can understand the difference. It's 14k net worth at the 14-minute mark. So essentially they've gained a k every minute.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
If you want to not really put much thought into it.
Is under attack.
They are only 8 kills ahead, but they are ridiculously strong for this point in the
Dire's
game.
top barracks has fallen.
I actually don't believe I've seen... Oh, Venomancer hasn't even leveled his ult. Hasn't deemed it necessary. Bootless Huskar, ultless Venomancer. Oh, I've got the Solar Crest and the Heaven's Halberd on Huskar. I don't see how Huskar's going to fall here at all. He probably will explode to the Disruptor ult. He does. Sorry, Oracle ult. And Huskar was killed by the Dire, so no one got the massive kill streak gold.
Dire's
Just
middle
to
tower is
rub
under
salt
attack.
into the wounds. And that'll be it. They're pushing on the tier 4s. There's absolutely nothing the Dire can do about this. They don't have the
Dire's
early
middle
game
tower
fight.
has fallen.
The only hope was to push the game late with Spectre getting their items and being able to pick off heroes like Oracle or Venomancer in their ult.
Dire's ancient is under attack.
And that's that, guys. That's the first game I've brought you in quite a while. Apologies, I was a bit rusty. I know I'm not the best caster at the best of times, but this game I seem to get a few things wrong. I constantly called Oracle Disruptor and Disruptor Oracle. So have a quick look at the final score screen. It really, in the grand scheme of things, wasn't that many kills. They did, however, push the throne in 15 minutes. So I wouldn't expect there to be too many kills. That was an absolute stomping. Again, thanks guys if you do watch my videos. If you do have any games you want me to cast, comment on my video with the match ID and I'll cast the game for you. Or you can email me at pubcast@outlook.com. Thanks again. I'm going to try and bring you another video tomorrow because it is the weekend and I do have a couple of days off.